Today's project is building a pallet to hold this K24 engine that's been sitting on the tire. I need to go in the storage, and also prepping it for storage. I got to figure out how to pick it up with only this sketchy homemade truck crane and build a pallet out of this random lumber because I don't have a pallet that won't collapse. So this shall be interesting. I have no clue what the plan is to turn that into a pallet. I'll figure it out and hold this where it doesn't tip over. But first off, I got to pick it up, which would be interesting. So let's figure that out first.
You want to be in the video?
She goes, I do. I'm a star.
You're a good dog. About to start. You're gonna need some water here. It's warm out today.
She got a lot of water after we walked today. She's supposed to be out here paying, but she's doing nothing. She's just relaxing, and she comes out and lays in the sun. Like, no.
Classic puppies.
To pick this up, I'm going to use my homemade truck crane that I built in a previous video. Link in the description. I think that'll work. Kind of sucks to have another 18 feet of chain, but it'll work. I'm sure everyone in the comments is going to be telling me how putting one bolt right there and one bolt right here is probably how you're not supposed to pick this up, but that's how I picked it up out of the car and put it there, so it'll work. Now that I have it as sketchy as possible, let's start building the pallet and make sure I leave it hanging as long as possible to increase the sketch factor on this operation. Since this engine is going into storage for a very long time, I'm going to pour some Marvel spill it everywhere. Pour some marble mystery oil in each one of the cylinders here. That way, as it sits, I'm gonna spin it over, and every year or so I'll come by and put some more oil in it and spin it over. I just want to have some kind of protection for the top end of the cylinder, or the compression side of the cylinders. It's over. Yeah. Slowly. Here's where I'm going to be storing the engine, is in the storage shed, and the two biggest hurdles is A, getting a 400-pound engine up into the shed without an engine lift, and getting it all the way from down here up to there, because I can't get the truck past there with the crane. So this will be a little interesting. So let's go load up the engine into the truck and then get it down here. I should be able to this one. Now that it's loaded into the back of the truck here, let's get ready to drive it down to the shed where this is going to be permanently stored. I'm just going to strap it down on the back of the truck to make sure it's absolutely not going anywhere. And this crane was working no sweat when picking this up. I thought it'd be struggling a little bit, but it's no problem at all. There we go. Keep going. Watch this good corner. Ready? There you go. Here's the motor in its final resting spot. We were able to get it slid into the back of the shed and slid up the ramps. It was actually not too bad to get into the shed because we were able to use the homemade crane that I built in a previous video, and we drug it over to the shed using a winch that I built in a previous video. So overall, this motor is very secure and it's not going anywhere for the next like probably 10 years as it sits here. until I'm ready for a project for it. So overall, I say this project was a success because I didn't get crushed by a 400-pound engine.